Yo, what if instead of the Ghostbusters saying, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, they said, I ain't afraid of no toasts? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Yeah, it'd be great.
What if the Epic Store changed its name to the Epic Store? Wouldn't that also be equally as hilarious? The Epic Store. I love this game. I know it just came out, but I love it. Okay? Fucking... You want to know the thing about this game? It basically took...
Isn't Toad like a child?
No, they're just midgets.
You can't even see over the fucking steering wheel. It's just very unsafe.
Yeah. But, like, this game takes Mario Odyssey's, like, animation engine and just puts it on, like, a full level.
That's cool.
You know, like, it just uses it pretty much all the way. Like, it's hard to tell what is pre-rendered and what isn't. Honestly. I don't think this scene is pre-rendered. Because you know how, like, in games they have, like, pre-rendered cutscenes and it's, like, easy to tell what is what?
Yeah.
This, I don't know if it's pre-rendered or not. It might not be. I think there definitely are pre-rendered cutscenes in this game. But it's very hard to tell. Yeah. It's hard to tell what is which.
Something tells me this might be a trap. Getting a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I know. He kind of should have. He should have been able to tell like that, really, shouldn't he? You know, he's been fooled by ghosts twice.
Is that the premise of the first two games?
Actually, wait, was he fooled by ghosts in Dark Moon? No, he get kind of pulled.
I mean,
in.
Luigi does strike me as incredibly stupid, so this is quite feasible.
He was fooled by ghosts in the first game, though.
Fool me once, shame on you. Oh, you actually have to play here.
Yeah, and it's really slow. Look at this shit. Look at how well that was fucking animated. That's shockingly, like, detailed. If you get on your Peach, the music changes. Like fucking... Like, look at the fucking model detail. Like, doesn't... Like, she kind of looks like more human. If you get what I'm saying.
It's also, we're so lucky to have gotten...
What?
Gotten an invitation, and it's not very princess-like.
I mean, gotten an invitation isn't very princess-like.
That's not how a princess would speak. That's how we have received an invitation. Well, that's clearly a ghost there.
What, Polterpop?
No, the dude at the counter.
Silly toads. Hey. I've got a silly question, right? There's nothing else, pretty much. You just gotta check in. For some reason, it always defaults to no. Okay, good. I did hit the record button. Anxiety wins again. I fucking hate anxiety. Wait a second, I think that TV might be too loud. I don't know.
It's not loud though.
Yeah, well, something's going on with the audio levels.
Where is your Coke?
No, the Coke doesn't do it normally. I'm just gonna keep it at 17 and I'll check the recording after. Fucking Christ. Yeah. Audio levels with Wilfalcon, isn't it fun? Yeah. Did you see that that controversy with that children's video game?
No, tell me.
Okay. This is...
Was it Cool Cat? Was that why? She's releasing it from prison?
Wouldn't it be actually brilliant if they made a Cool Cat game? Like, I would actually buy that. Okay?
There he is.
Like, for real.
I would too buy that.
Cool Cat stops a school
But I feel like
shooting the video game.
It'd be very creepy and somewhat sexual knowing Cool Cat. Because he's like... I mean, let's put it, he is a pedophile. If he's not out, he's definitely thinking about it.
Wouldn't it be like... actually hilarious if they made like a Cool Cat FMV game?
Like, Night Trap?
Yeah. No, more like, what's that one called? The one on, it's not on Genesis. The one on Genesis where like...
Oh, they were playing Night Trap.
Not like Night Trap, but like a different one where like you push the arrows in time.
Oh, the dragon.
More like Dragon's Lair, yeah. Except with live action footage. No. You have to push the button to stutter in the correct time. It's rude to paint on someone's wall!
Why is he walking like that?
I don't know, because he's a fucking loser. Oh, by the way, you can pet the dog.
Spooky.
What do you mean spooky? He's a good boy.
But he's a ghost.
Yeah, but he's a good boy.
Still a ghost.
Are you disrespecting of the good boy? That's boy with like an E on the end, by the way.
I guess I am.
Anyway, that controversy with that children's game. There was a game that... So, a lot of people were memeing. I just realised Luigi
sleeping
has
with his
5
shoes on?
fingers.
What do you mean?
Luigi has 5 fingers.
He's got 4 fingers and a thumb.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
But what's weird about that?
Well, normally you'd make cartoon characters with 3 fingers and a thumb.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's easier to animate. But yeah. What were you saying about fucking Luigi sleeping with Polterpup or something?
No, he went to sleep with his fucking shoes on.
Oh.
Maniac.
I thought you said
That's that's some serial killer type shit.
For a minute, I thought you were calling Luigi like a zoophile or something.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that, but I thought better not to say it.
Have you ever had like a morally conflicting choice? Cause like, I saw like on Twitter recently like a really funny response to like a tweet, and I wanted to hit the like button, but then I realised that's a Zeta logo.
What's a Zaya?
You know, like the Greek letter Zeta?
Yeah.
Well, that's what zoophiles use to identify themselves on Twitter. And it's just like...
What's a zoophile?
Person who fucks animals.
Jesus, man. Fucking hell. That's intense.
Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, they're all on Twitter, and it's just, I don't like that website anymore.
And why would they self-identify themselves as that? Like, wouldn't that, like, put you in jail? Isn't it illegal to do that?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
So why would you identify... It's like fucking being like a terrorist or a drug dealer and having like a terrorist logo on your fucking Twitter page.
Yeah. It's kind of like how pedophiles keep using random symbols to identify themselves too.
Do they?
Yeah.
But why do they identify themselves? I don't understand. What's the upside in that?
I don't know, because they fucking... Wait, no, I'm meant to walk this way, aren't I? No. Really? You have to check the rooms? I guess you have to check Peach's room, I guess. At least. Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, it was like a conflicting, like a morally conflicting decision. Cause, like, you know, I don't approve of zoophiles.
Fuck no, dude. I mean, that's fucked.
Cause, like, you know,
poor animals.
It's like, I really wanted to like that response because it was super funny, but they were a zoophile. I was just like, that's a morally conflicting decision right there.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of supporting this guy railing cats or some shit.
You know, it's like, either, you know, you like the funny tweet and you're supporting a zoophile, or yeah, you know, I guess you don't like it, which is what I ended up doing. But it was a really morally conflicting.
Yeah.
Like,
and I guess the thing
it was
is,
a
like,
moral dilemma.
Like you agree with that guy's opinion regardless of who he was as a person, you know. So it is confusing.
Like, have you ever had a moral dilemma like that before?
There's a lot of times where it's just like, I know something would be really funny to say in the moment, but it's just horrifically offensive.
See, that's the thing.
That's not a good idea.
Normally, I don't do that. Yeah.
I'll go on the side and not say it, especially when I don't know the people too well. I'll just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, like, moral, that it was a real moral dilemma.
Mm.
But yeah.
I'm just baffled that they identify themselves as crazy.
I legitimately don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, I don't know, to find other zoophiles and talk about it or some shit.
Zoophiles legitimately give furries a bad name, I gotta say.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's like the logical step up from being a furry, clearly. He's actually fucking animals, but it's so fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't even know why Twitter hasn't, like, cracked down on these people.
Does Twitter have the right, like, do they usually do that? If they don't agree with someone's opinion?
Not really.
So I guess it's different. It's different to an opinion because it's like it's a legal act. Like
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, by their terms of service, they're meant to take down those sorts of accounts.
Can you legally, like, I mean, not legally, obviously, but can you, like, sell drugs and shit on Twitter?
No.
Well, then you shouldn't be able to fucking talk about having sex with goats on Twitter as well. Oh, shit.
Now, why'd you pick goats? I legitimately wonder. Like, did you just pick a random animal there? Like a funny animal? Like a goat?
If you're gonna have sex with something, a goat would be a pretty funny one to have sex with.
You know what it would be?
I don't know.
Did you know there was a guy that had sex with a horse and literally died from it?
Yeah, and all the people that filmed it went to jail for a long time. The
That
guy,
shit is...
he literally had his insides torn to shreds.
There's not many terrifying things, but that's probably
Have
one
you
of
seen
them.
a horse's penis?
I don't want to.
No. I've seen one, man. Jesus Christ. That's the stuff of nightmares. Yeah, but they're all in jail. It's fun.
Luigi has so much character in this game. We just missed it, but like he saw the page, he went, "Oh no!" Yeah.
I'm gonna wager, guess, to say you can't get away from him.
No, you can. You're meant to. I don't even know what happens if you don't run from him. Poor Luigi, he went down a laundry chute. But yeah. But anyway, going on about that controversy with the children's game. Did you see that controversy where like that children's game had like a creepypasta face in it?
No.
So there was like a children's game that came out recently called Race with Ryan.
What?
Yeah.
Raped?
Really? You thought I say
They said raped with Ryan. What'd you say?
Race with Ryan?
Ah, okay. Wow, that's a lot less controversial. That'd have been fucking weird.
It's not even the fucking Really?
I'm not fucking with you. I really thought you just said that.
I don't even know what jokes to make about that anymore. You know, Raped with Ryan. Every favourite's
children.
Everyone's favourite children game. Fucking hell. Anyway, so see, that would be a game that those pedophiles on Twitter would love.
Yeah.
And that would be the whole, like, it'd be a trap game. Like, people who bought it, you know, they'd immediately get sent to prison. You know, because it's just like, oh, hello, I would like one copy of Raped with Ryan. Immediately the cops show up.
That's a smart idea. It's a good way to wean him out.
Yeah. But yeah. So, anyway, there was this children's game called Race with Ryan that came out. And like before the release of it, a lot of people were like memeing on it. And I wanted to do the same thing and like play it on stream, but it cost $60, and I wanted to get this game instead. Quite frankly, there are more important things than memeing on.
Are there?
Yes.
Revelation. Oh, his gloves look good there.
Yeah. He wears denim trousers. Overalls. But yeah, Yeah, so, yeah, up he goes. Yeah, so, this children's video game, right, had, like, I can't do that yet. I'll have to get that later. But had, like, so, you know how, like, video game textures work?
No, not really.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to teach you. So, like, my understanding of it is that they have, like, a texture sheet with all the textures, and then they change, like, the UV area of the texture to, like, wait, yeah, there we go. So, like, you know, can't get that either. Yeah, but, to, make it work. Now, on the texture sheet of the main character's face, I might have to get it up because you won't believe it, okay? This cutscene goes on for a bit. Okay. Anyway. Like images. I can't find the texture. But like, okay, just believe me when I say it's like a creepypasta face. Like, have you seen the movie Coraline?
Yeah.
It was kind of like the Button People.
Ugh, they're fucking creepy as.
Except with like blood and stuff.
Right.
Like, it was effectively like a face of like a smile. And like everything was stitched up. Like, there was no eyes, they were just stitched up holes. And there was blood like trickling down the eyes from like the eye sockets. Mm-hmm. Now, that's pretty scary. It's on a oh, I forgot to mention, this is a children's game based on a real child.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say there's blood trickling down?
Yeah.
In the child's game?
No, but this is an unused texture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
What's it called?
Race with Ryan. Like, just Google Race with Ryan, like, face texture or something. I don't know. Because, like, that's not the scariest part. Like, I think what makes
Whoa.
You seen it?
Yeah. That's fucking creepy ass, dude.
Yeah, and that's, like, based on a real child.
Oh my god.
Have you seen, like, the physical box art to that game?
Bro. That's really strange.
Yeah.
It looks like the eyes have been clawed off as well, because they're all just individual streaks.
Yeah.
Getting mauled by, like, a bear or something.
And that's like an unused texture. But yeah. Oh no, egad is in the painting. Whoa, I'm an old man in a painting.
I'm sorry. This is one really stupid. Everyone keeps saying unused bloody face texture.
Yeah.
How's it unused if it's in the game?
Well, because it's in the game's files, but it's not in the game's coding.
I don't get it. So how do people, if it's not in the files, how do people find it?
No, it is in the files.
Is it ever appear naturally in the game?
No.
Then how did fuck do people find it?
Because it's in the game files.
So why would they put it in the file if it's not included in the game?
That happens a lot. Like, that happens more than you'd think, Phil.
But I just don't understand why you bother making that texture if it's not going to be used in the game.
Well, maybe they just had spite for the kid or something. I don't know. Have you actually seen the physical box art for that game, though?
No.
It's actually hilarious. Because, like, in, like, the corner of the box art, it's just got... it's like an actual photo of, like, I think of the titular Ryan in Race with Ryan, like, doing, like this, like... And it's like, it's an actual photo, like, in the corner of this overly cartoonish game box. And I just find it hilarious. What the hell is using my CPU right now? God fucking damn it. Get back down! Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny box art, but you know what makes this fucking, like, this whole creepypasta face a lot more creepy to me?
Mm.
So, the store page for the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, it literally starts with this, okay? Well, this is the first sentence of the store page. Okay, and I quote, Ryan's world has come to life. And it's like, I don't know if I want Ryan's world to come to life, thank you very much. I prefer Ryan's world stays where it is. Because that makes it a lot creepier, doesn't it?
Mm.
Like that image with combination of the you know, with that face.
Well, now it's his color line.
Yeah. This is a locked door, isn't it? Yeah, I need to get rid of that item first. Yeah, but it's a really weird discovery. Okay, I don't have that power yet. Okay, I need the actual thing to get that. But yeah, it's just a really strange discovery. I like how the cutscenes kind of teach you how things work. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get as much money as I can.
What do you use the money for?
Well, this game actually ranks you for things. At the end of the game, you get like a rank, like in the first game. But like, I'm not sure what it actually ranks you on. I'm not sure if it's like gem completion, or like money in general, or whatever.
But you don't actually spend your money?
Well, you can, but that will deplete your rank because you won't have the money to.
And what would you spend it on if you were to?
Boo finders and gem finders, and gold bones.
What do gold bones do?
They're like extra lives, which you know I'd kind of needed them in my first playthrough, but I didn't know of the ranking system.
Is this game actually hard?
This game gets pretty tough actually.
That's good.
Like, there are some bosses that are just, like, straight out bullshit, but, like, eh. Yeah. What was another topic I had? You seen any movies recently?
Joker.
Aside from Joker?
Yeah, I saw this movie, The Nova, a couple of months ago. It's called Ready or Not. It's about this really rich family, and this girl's about to marry into the family.
Yeah.
And the family made their money on playing cards. That's how they earn their fortunes. And they have this tradition on the wedding night where the bride-to-be has to play a game that's dictated by random chance. Like sometimes it's chess or checkers or something innocuous like that.
Playing cards.
But
how do you make a fortune for playing cards?
I don't know. This was the premise of the movie. But she drew the card where it was hide and seek. But it's a really dark, twisted game of hide and seek where like the family has to kill the bride by 6 a.m. the next day, or the entire family dies because they made like a deal with the devil. And the movie's just about the family trying to find the girl and kill her. It's really fucking violent, like absurdly violent. But I enjoyed it though.
This is a joke movie, right?
No, it's like Have you seen Get Out?
Yeah, so it's a joke movie.
No, it's not. Get Out wasn't a joke. It's like it's a horror, but like it has dark humor in it, which is like a trend of like new horror films these days. Like it's actually kind of funny, but like it's still pretty fucked. It's just there's funny moments.
But they just need to make like a good version of Scary Movie.
Scary Movie's fucking great.
Okay, I meant like a good a good one, like recently.
Mm.
First of all, I don't know about.
But Scary Movie's different. That's like a straight up spoof. These movies are just actual horror movies that are funny.
Which Scary Movie are we talking about? Like the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one's probably good.
Run, bitch, run!
But like, anything after that, it's not.
Scary Movie 2 is pretty funny. One, The Haunted House.
Cause like, do you know the story behind those movies?
No.
Like, the first Scary Movie was written by like 6 guys.
Yeah.
And then I think, like, as they went on, like, more of them left.
Yeah.
Until it came down to, like, the last 2, who were, like, the same people that made, like, Epic Movie and Date Movie and shit.
They're so shit.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen Superhero Movie?
What?
Superhero Movie?
That might have been, like, a different group of people.
Because that's actually pretty funny. But, I watched it when I was a kid, so...
See, I don't know about that. I think you might be lying.
Maybe I just got nostalgia goggles.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Scary Movie's in that really rare category where it's actually like a good spoof movie. There's like not very many of them. They're all usually
Airplane?
Airplane, yeah.
Did you see that Logan Paul made like a shittier version of Airplane?
Like an actual film?
Yeah.
We should watch it, not gonna be bad.
No.
I actually watched Airplane like first time like a couple months ago. Fuck me, that was amazing.
Speak jive always gets me. I gotta say.
Say Billy, you ever been to a Turkish prison?
Airplane is No, I don't think Airplane is Mel Brooks.
No.
Yeah. Because like, it definitely seems like a Mel Brooks movie, doesn't it?
The guy that's in that is also the guy that's in Naked Gun, yeah?
I think so.
Have you seen Naked Gun?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, you have to watch Naked Gun. They're so fucking funny.
That's like the spy spoof, isn't it?
He's a detective.
Yeah.
It's really, really fucking good.
Oh, by the way, this is a boss.
Pretty anticlimactic boss.
Yeah, it's the first one. We're going to completely disregard how much character the bosses have.
You know what was really disappointing the other day? Me and my friends, we sat down, we watched first Austin Powers, the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Man, there's some fucking shit moments in that movie. I'll tell you what, there's some really funny moments, but
I told you!
There's a lot of misses, man.
Didn't I?
It's actually pretty rough.
I keep telling you had nostalgia goggles.
For Austin Powers.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that.
I think I distinctly remember telling you this one time.
Because I used to think of that like as a perfect movie. But
I kept telling you Mike Myers isn't as funny as we all thought.
I mean, he's still like, but the thing is, all the Austin Powers moments are fucking great.
2 is the better one, basically, is what you're gonna say, isn't it?
2 is the better one, but it's just some characters he plays in the first one, like a lot of Dr. Evil moments are pretty shit.
But yeah. The age of spoofing just needs to come back in like full force.
Any movies you've seen recently?
Not really, because I don't watch shitty movies.
Well, I didn't say shitty movies, I said movies.
Let me think. No, because I don't watch shitty movies.
You don't watch any movies, is the statement you should be saying. You're saying nothing. I watched that Rock and Roller last night. You seen that?
What?
Rock and Roller?
No.
You know who Guy Ritchie is?
I've heard the name, but I'm not sure.
Makes like Snatch, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Did you see that thing about that Arctic Dogs movie?
No.
I'm not sure if this is actually true or not, but I saw a tweet recently about that recent animated film, Arctic Dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and it bombed at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
I can't comment on the quality of the movie itself, but
Is it a new film?
yeah, it kind of looked like it was made by the people who made Norm of the North, though. It looks like very similar style, so you know. But I'm not sure if this was like a joke or not. But like, I saw a tweet recently where it was like, director of Arctic Dogs blames lack of furry porn for box office bombing.
Wait, is he saying lack of furry porn in the movie or lack of furry porn on the internet?
On the internet.
How could there be a lack of furry porn on the internet? I bet there's fucking shitloads.
Well, for the movie, you know.
Oh, like, yeah, right, okay. God, that's
And
fucked
it's just
up.
like, wow, like that.
What a way
That's
to
like
lie.
that's like
Ticket seller.
that's like sub advertising, isn't it?
I guess it is advertising. People make porn spoofs.
That's like a different form of advertising. It's kind of ingenious if you think about it. Like if you'd actually use a real quote.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was heaps of Game of Thrones, like porn that arises from that. Be like, winter is coming.
But that wait, Phil. That statement contradicts itself because Game of Thrones is porn.
Yeah, there was some hardcore nudity in that show.
Didn't they like cut back on the porn in later seasons?
I think so. You saw a lot of titties in the first 2, which was fantastic, but they fucked it up. That shit, that just makes you so mad, that show.
What, Game of Thrones?
Just the ending. Worst fuck up of all time, the show.
Are you sure?
I can't think of a show that started that well and ended that badly. What's the worst ending to a show in your opinion?
I can tell you the worst continuation to a show.
Mm.
Recently, they released a season 6 of BoJack Horseman.
Mm.
I haven't seen it yet, but I don't want to either. Mostly because it ended so fucking good last time. Like, they should have just ended it at season 5.
Yeah.
Because, like, do you care about spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay. It ends really well, and, like, you know, I don't want to watch season 6. Like, you can tell they kind of just made a season 6, like, for no reason, because it's only 8 episodes.
Bad Science, what Game of Thrones was.
You know? Yeah. It's only 8 episodes and it's like, ugh. Yeah, cool, I have the plunger shot now. Here's something else about this game. This game is like... Luigi's Mansion 3 is like a game about breaking shit. You know? Because like, look at this shit.
Should have had that song that breaks stuff by Limp Bizkit playing. Just one of those days where you don't want to wake up.
Like fucking... Damn it. Like every time I break something, like a short clip of it plays. I don't know if I want to edit that hard.
I have such a soft spot for that song.
If you wanted to edit it...
I wouldn't even know how to, mate. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. No.
I can't break the trash bag. But, yeah, so... Yeah, I haven't really seen any movies recently. Let me figure out the worst ending.
I can tell you the worst ending to a movie of all time.
Go ahead.
The man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot.
Surely there's worse endings than that.
That might have annoyed me the most.
It might have annoyed you the most in recent, but it might not be the worst one you've seen.
Yeah.
Like, really think, okay? And tell me the worst movie you've seen.
What, like the worst movie?
Ever.
Ending or just how bad it was?
Well, do both.
Well, worst movie I've ever seen is either Terminator Genesis or Skyscraper with The Rock. They're the two worst. I know they're the worst movies I've ever seen. Worst ending.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess a lot of them are repressed because I'm just like, it's so shit.
You know what the worst movie I've seen is?
What?
Batman Dark Knight.
You're an idiot, and you're just saying it to be inflammatory. I know you don't actually believe that.
No, I do.
That is such a stupid thing to say. Such a stupid thing to say. It's the worst movie you've ever fucking seen.
It's definitely the worst Batman movie I've seen.
Well, that's a different fucking question, isn't it?
But, yeah. I gotta head this way now because if you go, you can't go the other way.
I guess the movies that I hate with endings the most is like where it's just like ambiguous. It's like, oh, you make your own mind up as to what happened. A lot of that pisses me off.
Give me an example. Like, is there like a point where, like, you know...
It's just like whether you don't know if someone dies or not, or something like that. I guess I can't think of a specific example, but
sometimes that could be like a good thing.
sometimes if it's done really well, it could, but other times it just feels lazy.
Did you know that I really hate YouTube comments?
Oh, no, that's a good idea.
Wait a second, there's a gem in this. Is this like a plunger?
You seen Inception?
No, but I don't really care for spoilers. Oh yeah, that's right.
That's actually a good ending though.
You like banging the gong, don't you? Or something. Did you get that gem? Are the gems in different places each game? I don't remember there being a gem there. That's really odd.
Most of these I've never even heard of.
Remember this.
Some of these are just stupid.
Some of what?
Holy shit.
What?
Have you seen a movie called Knock Knock?
No,
With
no,
Keanu
who's
Reeves?
there? The boy. What?
Keanu Reeves, Knock Knock.
No, but it has
Oh,
Keanu
wow.
Reeves
It
in
is
it,
the
so
funniest movie.
it is immediately good because it has Keanu Reeves
It's
in
not-
it because
it's not-
he is God.
It's not supposed
As everyone knows, Keanu Reeves is the Lord and
just-
Savior.
Stop talking for a second, you understand what I'm saying. Keanu, it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be a serious movie. Keanu Reeves is just that shit in it. And the movie is so fucking stupid. We should watch Unbug Me Back.
That meme is completely misguided, I gotta say.
What?
The Keanu Reeves
It's creepy.
thing.
He's just a human being, like me or you. It's fucking weird how people put people on a pedestal like that.
You wanna know what else is a completely misguided meme?
But
And I'm gonna get some hate for saying this, but like, recently, like, trans rights have become like a meme in a weird way. Like, you know, there's been a thing where, like, recently, you know, like, people just make these tweets saying such and such fictional character said trans rights. And it's like, I think that's kind of missing the point a little.
right.
You know, like, you say trans rights because you're for trans rights. Like, applying fictional characters to saying trans rights, like, misses the point a bit. It kind of, like, diminishes it. You know? Which is why I'm a bit worried about the Ring Fit review, honestly, because, like, I make a joke about why I don't like the meme. But, like, you know, it, like, basically, you're playing a trans person now, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Great, that's fucking awesome.
Anyway, so,
What? Okay, well, what am I doing though?
oh, you're gonna fake punching me. We probably shouldn't talk about this on recording because spoilers and shit, but, anyway. Yeah, there's a gem here. But yeah, like, it completely diminishes, like, the point of trans rights, I think, and not in, like, a good way. Because, like, I'm all for trans rights, but, like, just saying such and such characters said trans rights,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
It's like, even then, I saw one recently where it's like, you know, Alucard from Castlevania said trans rights. And it's like, no he didn't. He's from the 1700s. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know... And that's the exact joke I make in the review, pretty much.
Dude, how far back does trans people date?
I would say trans people date to
What do you think
the
was-
90s. possibly.
No, but you think if it's a psychological condition, then why hasn't it existed since like the beginning of time?
Well, who knows? It might have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the earliest records of trans people being dated back to?
But like back then, they would have been considered witches. You know,
Maybe, but like
burnt at the stake.
Like homophobia hasn't been like that's more of like a recent development in society. But that hasn't always been the case.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, a lot of ancient cultures they weren't homophobic at all.
Who like what?
I mean, back in the day.
Like back in ye olden times?
Ye olden times.
I fucking love being the shit out of these ghosts, by the way. But like, yeah, I'm almost worried about this review a little bit because, like, you know, it might be considered, like, the joke might be considered transphobic, which is why I've had to basically counterbalance one joke with a different joke, you know? Because, like, I get, like, but just to explain it, the joke is I, like, disagree with, like, the silly meme. And then I get punched and get called a transphobe.
Do I get to actually punch you?
Well, you get to fake punching me at least.
No deal.
This is like the only ghost you don't slam by the tail. Interesting. Wait a second. I think. But yeah, so and then I basically counterbalance it with like a different joke, like sort of like damage control. Well, I can't do that yet. Need Luigi. Where it's like, you know, I explain that I'm all for trans rights, and then like it zooms in on my face and like in flashing red text in all caps, Wilfalcon said trans rights.
So that's clearly a joke. I think you'd be fine.
Yeah, but like the original one is clearly a joke. Like I'm not even sure if I should counterbalance it. You know?
No, I think it's funny if you counterbalance it.
Yeah. I guess so. But yeah, so like, it's a good joke, but like, not, but like, people would probably consider it transphobic. Which is why I'm pretty much forced to counterbalance. Oh, come on, what are you doing, Luigi? Ah, fucking hell. Luigi, cease. But, yeah, but, like, it's kind of hard being, like, a comedy writer, you know?
It's a rough life.
Because, like, you know, I've said this before on, like, Twitter and shit, but, like, the intent of my jokes is always to make people laugh.
Good, I think that's a good intention to have.
And I don't think, right, I don't think that enough people recognize that intent counts towards a joke, you know? Like, more people have to realize this. There's a ghost in here. Oh, that's interesting. I've got this encounter right now. Oh, God. Do I have to free the gold ghost now? You know what? I probably should. This is going to be a bit hard. I love how you can use like ghosts to like hit other ghosts. No, no, no. Give me your money. Yeah. Look at this shit. Like, I didn't even have to capture that other guy. But, yeah. So, yeah, but it's hard being a comedy writer, because, like, I wouldn't have balanced that joke out if, like, I wasn't worried it would offend people.
I think the fact you have to balance it out and justify it is funny.
It's like, let me actually get the script. Fucking hell. While we're in the elevator, I'll get you the script, and I guess I'll probably cut this part out, like, just so I don't spoil the actual script.
I can just not read it aloud.
You know, a good point. Okay, start reading from this paragraph, and I'll just keep talking about shit. Don't read out loud, though.
I'm shaking my head not because it's offensive, just because
You're gonna have to do weird acts.
Yeah, and I know you're just gonna be like, do this. I'd be like, well, what the fuck does that actually mean? What does that entail, me doing this? Like, no, just do this. Just do that. Now I'm gonna kill you.
You sound like you were doing the parappa the rapper there for a minute, like crack, crack, crack the eggs into the bowl. Instead of that, it's like kill the Wilfalcon now. So this is we're gonna get Luigi now. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, but like, it will offend people.
Yeah.
And I have to fucking do this. Like, that's kind of fucked. It's kind of on me as well.
Well, look, you signed up for this, okay? It's not my fault.
Hang on. I've already jigged and flossed in your videos. I want to get lynched as well.
But you're playing the trans person. No? How would you get lynched when you're the one playing the trans person?
Because it's more offensive. I don't know, man, to be super careful these days. Like, I was at work the other day on Halloween.
Oh my god, what are you gonna say? What's the story?
People were dressing up, and this one of the people there was like, "Oh, you should put on this outfit." And it was like, pretty much it was like dressing up like a girl, like it's like a wig and like a dress and stuff like that.
Yeah?
And it's a really like, I don't know. Everyone in the center is very...
Who was it? Like, was it Witch Rosalina?
No, it was like some Hawaiian hula girl or something. But I was like, if I dress up as a girl on Halloween, it's like I'm implying that dressing up as a girl is scary. You know what I mean? And people, I know people in the place would be like, what the fuck? So I couldn't do it.
Yeah, really? least you can skip that part of the tutorial. But yeah. He's just like... So what, this guy like basically said to you...
But no one said anything. But I could just tell.
Yeah, you got like the funny look.
Mm.
But yeah.
This guy reminds me of Tulip.
Yeah, kind of.
That's why he looks familiar.
He looks like Suzuki.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think people get offended too easily.
No, they
honestly.
definitely do. That's 100% true. But the human race fucked it for themselves, because the only reason people get so offended now is because people were such cunts 30 or 40 years ago, or even less, 20 years ago.
No, I don't even know about that. I think
Well, it
people
is.
have just got like.
No, but like if you look at the shit that black people went through or gay people went through, back when stigma was a real fucking more of an issue, that's why we have such an opposite reaction now. People are so over the top the other way, because people are such cunts back then.
Yeah, but people didn't get offended back then.
They did, of course they did, but there's no avenue.
Well, not
to express
as
it.
much.
Well, they did, but like they didn't have like the same sort of rights to get. It was just different.
No, they had the rights to get offended.
They didn't have a way of expressing it. It wasn't like mainstream opinion for them to express it.
You ready for one of my favorite bosses?
Yes.
Like, let's just appreciate the character of the ghosts in this game for a minute before getting to this discussion about, you know, rights. Because, like, here's the thing. I think everyone should have rights, right?
Mm.
But, like...
That's the premise of a
You know what? Let's talk about the fucking gay Olympics for a second, okay? Like, after this cutscene, let's... Actually, wait, we have a little bit before the cutscene. Let's talk about the fucking gay Olympics for a second.
Okay, let me just Google and make sure that I wasn't mistaken. This actually thing.
Okay? Because tell the story you told me in the car that one time, Phil.
So basically, I went to join a wrestling gym because there's not a lot of wrestling in Melbourne. Because like most people think wrestling and they think like WWE shit, but I actually want to do like the sport of wrestling.
Legitimate wrestling.
And I found this like Instagram page of this wrestling club, and everyone in there, like all the photos and stuff, like I mean, obviously you can sort of tell when people do look gay. Like there's a lot of people like had the appearance of someone that would look gay. And
there's definitely an appearance.
Yeah, and like I don't give a fuck about it at all, but it was just interesting. Like every single person in the photo seemed to look like that, and all the hashtags were like diversity and like Pride Month and like you know like, just all stuff like that. I was like, what?
Let's just state that we're not homophobic.
No, like I wouldn't have any issue at all training gay people. It does not bother me inside. But like, and then there was like hashtags like, no, that's right. They had this guy coming to teach a seminar. He won games, the Gay Olympics, which is the Olympics for gay people.
And it's just like strictly for gay people, or like the lesbians count too.
Well, lesbian is gay.
There's the other thing. A lot of people kind of consider them different terms, don't they?
Isn't this ironic? Like, I was just reading the Wikipedia.
Like, we were talking about it in the car, and we were going like, you know, the way society's going, it's kind of like self-imposed segregation. You know?
Yeah, it seems like separating people based on sexuality in sports is silly.
Like, that's like ridiculous, because like, you know, because like the hypothetical I gave you in the car was like, you know, hey guys, can I join your cool Olympics? Well, what sexuality are you? Well, I'm straight. So? No, you have to be gay to join the gay Olympics. You know, it's just like, isn't that kind of like, you know, segregation?
Yeah, but I guess it's Special Olympics and like, if someone doesn't have a disability.
Don't even compare it to the Special Olympics, okay? The Special Olympics are a different case.
I guess because
The Special Olympics are for disabled people.
and I guess like your ability to play sports is directly impacted by your disability, but your ability to play sports isn't impacted by sexuality.
Exactly.
They shouldn't have different Olympics for it.
You know?
But maybe gay Olympics is kind of like a bit of like just tongue in cheek, like they're just fucking around.
I don't even know if it is, because like...
we should really look it up before we talk about it so much.
Well, in all honesty, I would totally believe it was real.
No, it is real. I just googled it's real, 100%.
Right, let's appreciate some character in this game. One of my favourite boss ghosts. Fucking, Crawler.
Bob Brady.
Oh my god, it literally is Officer Bob Brady. Yeah, he drops one of his keys. God, what's like a Bob Brady quote? I can't remember any of them.
I just remember the episode where he's trying to read. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that one's pretty
Big
good.
dog, little dog.
Okay, this is fucking stupid. Okay, so you know how you can destroy the vending machines?
Yeah.
There's a gem in this vending machine. And if you destroy it, you can't get the gem.
So how'd you know about it?
I had to look it up. But like, eventually... possibly after rats... Yeah, it's after this one the gem appears, isn't it? There you go. And that's fucking stupid, you know? Are there any more things that come out of it? No. It's just, you can't even see it in the vending machine itself. Like, example, if I did this, the gem wouldn't come out. You know? Which is fucking dumb. It's a gem. Like, why would it get destroyed by getting knocked over? But yeah. Bob Brady's really funny. I should really get the gem first. Yeah. Anyway, going back to the gay Olympics, it's like, it is really self-imposed segregation, and it's like, you're kind of back to, like, a reverse square one, in a weird way.
Wouldn't it just be back to square one?
And no, because they're self-imposing it.
Yeah, true.
You know, like, if you wanted to be equal, then you'd let everyone in.
But there are gay people that would compete at the Olympics. And
Well, yeah,
at the
definitely.
Olympics.
You know? I'm not saying they can't. But, like, you know, like... having an Olympics specifically for, like, one... It's just confusing, you know? Like, don't you agree?
No, I agree. It's fucking weird. We should all be in one big Olympic setting.
Except for disabled people, because we're ableist. We're not ableist, but it's just funny to think that.
No, well, I mean, logically, like, if someone's in a wheelchair and you're running, you're an elite athlete, it's probably unlikely the person in a wheelchair can keep up with you.
Usain Bolt versus man in wheelchair. Who will win? You know what would be actually hilarious to see?
What?
So imagine, right, you've got like Usain Bolt, okay, in a race. Okay. And there's a guy in a wheelchair, okay? And like he's got like a high power motor on his wheelchair so that he has like a fair chance.
Yeah, like a jet engine.
Yeah. Who would win?
I'd probably say the guy in the wheelchair with a rocket.
Well, it's not that high powered of a rocket. It's like, you know, it's powerful, but not powerful. It's equal to Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt rolls like, what, like a 100-meter race?
Something like that, yes.
Because sometimes engines can take a while to start up and get going. No, I'd still take the guy with the motor. Can't beat technology, baby. The machines always win.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Usain Bolt was in a wheelchair?
Have you seen that fucking video? It's the funniest thing ever. Like, people like, they have these little, like, scooters with cameras on it.
Yeah.
To, like, detail people running across the track. And they're, like, upright scooters. You seen those things?
Yeah, I think I've seen those things, like the little segways.
Yeah. People that have cameras on them. And this guy was trying to film Usain Bolt just after he finished his race, and he fucking, like, he fucked up, he stacked, and he just fell right into Usain Bolt, like the cameraman, and so knocked him over.
And Usain Bolt was like, oh no, I fell over.
Well, imagine he broke his leg or something like that. I'll try to get the video, it's hilarious.
Did you see that thing where it was like Usain Bolt doing the Telstra ad or something?
No.
It was just like, wow, you got to a point where like you can't return from this point. What the fuck are we talking about Usain Bolt? You know what I just realised?
What?
You know what? I'm not going to mention it.
What?
Nothing.
Go on.
There's nothing.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, let me see this. What is this shit?
Just a bad cameraman.
He fell.
He fucking fully sweet doing it to his legs. Dude, but that's like the best runner of all time. And his legs are directly responsible for that. If you break his legs, like, he's literally fucked. That's his livelihood.
Who would win a race? Usain Bolt or an autistic Sonic fan?
Well, I mean, autistic Sonic fan doesn't tell me anything about his physical stature. Like, how am I supposed to get anything from that? Who would win a race? Usain Bolt or Lou Albano? But there's a big plate of spaghetti at the other end of the track. And it's going cold.
I would say Lou Albano, yeah.
Without spaghetti, not a fucking chance. But to give him some motivation.
Yeah, you want to do that as quickly as possible so you can get all the money. But yeah, so you didn't answer my question. Would Usain Bolt win or autistic Sonic fan?
I don't know. That's an impossible answer. I'd probably say it's unlikely that an autistic Sonic fan is as good of a runner as Usain Bolt. So I'm gonna say Usain Bolt.
What if the new Sonic game was at the end of the track?
But they hate They hate Sonic games, the Sonic fans. They just like to shit on them. Is what the impression I got.
Okay, what if there was a limited edition Supersonic action figure?
Oh, then it gets interesting. The Sonic fan might just like leap and kill Usain Bolt halfway through and finish the race.
What if Autistic Sonic Fan had like super shoes?
What's super about him? Oh, like the guy that fucking broke the marathon record? Did you hear about him?
No, I didn't.
This motherfucker ran a marathon.
Yeah.
You know how far a marathon is?
Like 100 meters?
Are you serious?
Oh, how big of a marathon?
What a marathon, dude. 100 meters is a sprint. Okay,
which marathon are we talking about?
Like a standard marathon.
Like 1,000 meters, isn't it?
Way more, man. 1,000 meters is a K. So standard marathon is about 44 Ks.
Ouch.
This guy ran it in under 2 hours, which is insane. It's literally like you sprinted the entire thing for 44 Ks.
How does that work?
Well, apparently what helped him is he had these fucking spring-loaded shoes. So he was wearing these springy-ass shoes, and he's just like leaping all over the track. But even so, he still ran it in under 2 hours, which is fucking insane.
So what, like, spring-loaded shoes, as in they have like springs on the bottom, like a Dick Dastardly machine?
Yep, pretty much. And he's just bouncing, like covering more distance.
What a hilarious conundrum. But yeah. Okay, so who would win, right? Usain Bolt or Luigi?
Luigi probably inhibited by the goo.
Are you sure? Okay, now you give me one.
Usain Bolt or
yeah. Come on.
Okay, Usain Bolt with one leg, or like
Autistic Sonic Fan.
yeah, go on then, fine.
I would say Autistic Sonic Fan.
Even though it's only okay, so you beat the one-leg Usain Bolt.
Did you just say I'd beat the one-legged Usain Bolt?
No.
Are you calling me Autistic Sonic Fan?
No. You just misheard me.
Okay.
So
Because I straight up am Autistic Sonic Fan, not going to lie. NGL.
I think you're... The stereotype of what you're creating, you are not that.
Yeah, like the stereotype...
Like, I think of the video of that fucking kid screaming.
Yeah, you know...
About Sonic.
That or Chris Chan, you know? That documentary series is legitimately sad. Like, seriously. Like, there's a documentary series called The Comprehensive History of Chris Chan on YouTube. It is actually depressing.
Why is it depressing again?
It is so fucking depressing because, like, he's just like a sad man. The old ghost. There you go. It's just legitimately saddening to, like, watch this man decline throughout 2009. Like, I'm pretty sure that series is still on 2009. But yeah, it's a legitimately depressing series. Because, like, all these people just keep fucking bullying him.
That's fucked.
You know? That's like, granted, he does give a pretty bad name to autistic people, but still, you know, he's just a bunch of bullies. Wait a minute, I didn't actually do the thing in there.
Yeah, well, most people's understanding of autism is totally fucking wrong anyway.
Yeah, well, back then it was.
Still now, man, people don't really have a clue.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. That's a sad series, I will say. It's a good watch. It's definitely interesting, but it is sad.
Will I enjoy it if I don't really care about Chris Chan? I don't know who he is.
Well, see, I don't really care about Chris Chan either, but it's still like a good, interesting watch. I should see if there's like a new part of it. Maybe later. Because, like, it is shockingly in-depth, okay? Like, it is a shockingly in-depth, like, documentary. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like 20 parts long so far, and it's still on 2009. I'm just waiting, because, like, I just want him to get to 2010. I want the year to change. But, like, there are parts in it where it's like, how the fuck did they get that information? Because, like, it literally, like, it literally, like, it's not even, like, the stuff that, you know, that is found on the internet. It covers everything. Like, it covers his life before the internet as well.
He's not involved in the documentary?
Who, Chris Chan?
Yeah.
No. Why would he be involved in the documentary? It's the documentary about him.
Yeah, well, because wouldn't you more likely be involved in a documentary about you than not?
Well, it's not a biased documentary, I'll say that. There are certainly some documentaries that have bias, but this isn't one of them. But, yeah. Like, have you ever seen a documentary that's just outright bias?
Yeah, a lot of Netflix ones are.
Yeah. Well, like, this one is, like, it's actually really good.
What's your opinion, so a bit of a change of topic, but I'm curious to see what you think. What's your opinion on Netflix doing, like, heaps of documentaries about serial killers and true crime, like the Ted Bundy tapes and stuff?
I really could care less about serial killers.
But do you think it's wrong that doing that is making them famous and glorifying them in a way?
I just want them to stop. Like, I just like. Wait a second. Okay, cool. I just want them to stop, like, making documentaries about serial killers, you know?
Why?
What?
Why do you want them to stop?
Because it's not fucking interesting to me at all. You know? Like, make a documentary about, I don't know, fucking something that hasn't been documented yet.
See, I'm guilty of this because I find that shit super fascinating.
You know? Put Gino Samuel's Chris Chan documentary on there. That'd be perfect for Netflix. I fucking love this guy. He's like a good version of Paul Blart.
Paul Blart, more Blart.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, but like that'd be a perfect documentary for this. But yeah, but they need to like document something that hasn't been documented yet. Like, I'd want to make like a I legitimately want to make like documentaries, but like, it'd probably be one of those things where it's like it'd come out biased, you know?
Mm.
Which is why I wouldn't want to make.
Hard to be truly objective.
It's hard to be truly objective. You know?
I don't think you can truly be 100% objective. That's something.
What, me or in general?
General.
No, you can be. Like the Chris Chan documentary is truly objective. I'll say. And that's not even a lie. But yeah. Yeah, like what could be truly objective? Let me see. Oh, he dropped the button. Well, like, I always wanted to make a documentary about, like, how shitty the school system is.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And, like, bullying in schools and stuff. But, yeah. Probably should call it a pass.